Hello everyone, Kathleen here, and I am so excited that you are also here. I just wanted to do a little welcome video and thank you for being here and also introduce you to me a little bit, but then also talk a little bit about what's in store for you over the next 3 weeks to get you excited and have something to look forward to, and then also a little surprise that I want to share with you. So again, my name is Kathleen. I'm so glad that you're here. And I am with One Moment Center, and One Moment Center is all about mindfulness for transformation. And so this little mini series that's coming to you is all about that transformation and how important the pause, how important it is for us to just pause and go inward and get still, how important that is. And actually not just important, but like it's essential. It is the key that opens the door for our transformations in life. And so I am so excited to bring this to you. And I just felt so inspired. And by the way, inspired, if you didn't know, it comes from, if you separate the words out, it's in spirit, right? So take that for what you want it to be. But I love that when I'm feeling inspired. It's really something that I take seriously, because it means that something inside of me, and maybe bigger than me, bigger than all of us, maybe it is what is all of us anyway, that it's guiding me and nudging me to create something and put out into the world. So if you are here and you are listening to these and watching this, even just this welcome video, my guess is there's something in this for you that you needed at this time. And I can't necessarily know what that is for you, but you're going to know it when you hear it and when you feel it. Anyway, so glad that you're here. So glad that you also felt inspired to show up to this mini series about learning about the pause and the power of pause, and finding out what that has to do with our purpose and our potential and what we can all bring to the world. Okay, so I wanted to also keep in mind that everything that I'm about to share with you over this next 3 weeks, I'm just gonna be super transparent, that it is a little snippet of what's to come if you decide to join in on the next cohort of the membership that is in One Moment Center. It's called One Moment Mindfulness Membership, and in that membership you get access to this 6-month journey. It is a transformation journey, and every week you get something in line with these 6 different steps that we'll touch on in this little mini series that takes you from the beginnings of a mindfulness practice. And if you already have a mindfulness practice, or you've already done something along those lines, there's always something more, because we come back to it over and over again. It's always a cycle or repeats on itself, because we get something different out of it every single time, even when we come back to the basics. But it takes us from the basics all the way into the lovely, profound moments of evolving and transforming and getting more and more connected to and living from our highest, best self. So we're going to get little snippets of that in this 3-week little mini series. So if you feel excited about that, you can always look into the membership. You can go onto the One Moment Center website and look into that if you want to. But I'm not going to go into any more of that right now. What I just want to say is that I'm just so glad that you're here, and I really believe it's important for us right now. You know, my guess is, again, if you're here, there's something going on for you. Maybe it's just like a little nudge saying that there's something important that we need to go inward and do some work, or maybe it's something bigger, right? That like we have, and I shouldn't say that it's bigger, because it's all the same. We can't know the difference between what's small and what's big. It's all big. It's all important. But there's huge things going on in our world right now, and there's a lot to be said about how important it is for us to be doing our own work and really get in line with our heart-centered being, so that we can be that light for the world. And so whether you're feeling called because there's something very specific in your life that you're wanting some guidance around, or you're just not wanting to have so much stress and not feel frazzled anymore, or you're feeling called because there's something bigger that you want to transform with your purpose or your soul alignment, you know, it's all here for you. And so it's important that you're here. It's important that we're here together, and we're both feeling inspired, or else you wouldn't be here. So we're both in spirit. We're all in spirit here together, whatever that means to you, by the way. Okay, so we're all called to be here, which is amazing and beautiful. And so now what? Now what? Now what? The world is going to take all of this goodness that we're getting and doing for ourselves, and we're going to automatically be able to spread that out to the world. And by the way, I truly believe that. It's my biggest why, my biggest reason that I do this content and I put things out there into the world with One Moment Center. because I really believe that this is the key, this is the ticket, that if we can get still and go inward and do our work, then we are part of the healing of not just ourselves and the people around us, but the whole planet, the whole planet. So it's my biggest reason, my biggest why. So I'm so glad that you're here. It's not these small little things. We're here for big reasons, and we might not need to know what those big reasons are to just know that they are there. It's just the way of things. Can't help it. It's just the way of things. Okay, so that's why I'm so thankful that you're here, by the way. That is why I am so, so thankful that you are here, because we get to share in this together, and we get to spread more light and love into the world, even in these ways that we might not ever be able to predict or know. These ripple effects, sometimes we get to see the evidence, and sometimes we will never know, but we know. We know. So who am I? Just a little bit, because some of you know me and some of you don't. My name is Kathleen again, and I actually started a mindfulness practice. Oh goodness, when would that have been? I can't even think of the year, but it was after I'd become a therapist, and I was leading mindfulness practices in groups, and I started noticing that even just by leading these mindfulness exercises or facilitating these worksheets about mindfulness, I started noticing a difference for myself. So my mindfulness journey started before this, but this is the first time that I actually was starting to really practice what I knew to be mindfulness. And so from there, I started digging into it more and being like, okay, how can I actually intentionally do more of this for myself? And hence my journey began. So I've read a lot of books. I've listened to a lot of guides and speakers, and I've done very intentional workshops and practices and all that, right? I've done a lot, and I've researched a lot, and I've practiced a lot, and I am here to share with you exactly what's worked and to make a process out of that, to make a path out of that, instead of just being all over the place like it was for me. And it doesn't have to be that way. There is a path, and of course nothing is ever, point A to point B in a straight line. We do squiggles all over the place. So as much as I might even be able to create this like process and step by step for you, you're still going to go through your own wibble wobble process, of course, and it's meant to be that way. But at least you have a guide, right? I didn't have that. I didn't have a guide saying we're starting here and we're going to get here. It was totally unknown to me. So I want to share with you that I didn't know where mindfulness was going to take me. I didn't know. I had no idea. But where it did take me are things that I'm going to take you on this journey. And of course, you're going to have your own experiences, and it's going to be your journey. But I'm just going to be sharing with you along the way so that you have some kind of path to go along. And then you're going to learn to follow your own inspiration, your own intuition about where you need to go and what teachers and books and things like that are going to be what you need in this specific moment. But for now, this guidance, it's going to take you on a path of getting grounded so that we can then build awareness. And with awareness comes choice, my friends. Oh my goodness. And this is the key, right? But we have to choose that awareness. Then we have choice. Then when we have that skill of being able to be grounded and have awareness and use mindfulness to be here in this moment and doing our best to like notice our awareness without judgment, which is that is the hardest part, then we can make these moves into opening our heart and listening to and getting connected to our inner wisdom or our intuition. And then from there we get to know our soul purpose and our passions, and in healing ourselves we then transform not just ourselves but the world around us. And it's this ever-evolving process. It's this ever-evolving process. And I am just so glad, and I feel so lucky that I get to be at least a little bit of the journey for you, the path, the guide for you. So I'm just so glad, so thankful that you are here, and then we get to do this together. And you know a little bit about where I'm coming from. And I'm going to share more and more with you as we go through these 3 weeks, these different stories about what I went through and how that might be able to be of service to you and wherever you're at in your journey. So in this little mini series, you're going to get 3 video lessons, and along with those video lessons, you're also going to get a little practice that you get to try out on your own and see what comes to you from your practices. We're all going to have our own individual experiences with them, so I don't ever want to make it feel like you should have this outcome, because that's not how it is. Whatever outcome you're having or whatever experience you're having is exactly what it's supposed to be for you in this now moment, given your experience in this time. Okay, and then who knows, you might do the same practice a month from now and it's going to be totally different. 2 years from now, it's going to be totally different, because you're going to be different, because we're always ever evolving. Cool? Anyway, so we get these video lessons, you're going to get a practice, and then you guys, there's also going to be a little bonus at the end. So it's more than 3 weeks. It's going to be a little bit more than 3 weeks, because there's going to be a little bonus at the end. And for those of you who stick through it all the way to the end, I'm going to give you access to an even, I don't want to say more special because it's all special, right? But like, I'm going to give you access to another bonus that can really be a big part of your next step, your next journey, whatever that is for you. So stay tuned for that. I don't want to give away too many secrets, but there is that bonus session that I'm going to be putting out into the world, and then access to something else at the very end for those of you who are here and doing the videos and have signed up. You'll be getting that. So if you're watching this and you haven't actually done the official sign up page, because you can be watching these on the website, the One Moment Center website, without having signed up, to get access to the Zoom meetings that we're going to do, the hangout sessions that we're going to do, and also to get access to those bonuses, you'll need to do that sign up. So you can there's a link in the website, or you can go to onemomentcenter.com/pause series, and you can just put in your name and your email. That's all that I need, and then you'll get access to all this too. But you'll need to do that to get access to the bonuses. Okay, all right, so that's all I got for you right now. Welcome. I'm so glad that we're doing this together. And like I said, there's so much more to this other than just wanting to be less stressed, wanting to feel less frazzled, wanting to get more access to your purpose and your passion and all that. Like, that is all beautiful and amazing, but you guys, it's about something bigger, and we're all a part of it, and that's beautiful, right? That we're a part of something way bigger than us, even if we never ever really know exactly what that is. That is what's going on. We are part of the healing of the planet, and it all is about getting still, going inward, so that we then can open these other doors to our own healing and our own evolving. So thank you so much, everyone. I will be seeing you in the next videos, and of course, connect with me if you have any questions or concerns. You can just email me or send me a message on through the Facebook page, or anything that you'd like to do. If you have any questions or need access to me, you got it, and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. All right, loves, take care, and I'll be seeing you soon.